Okay, hello. Today I am going to be reviewing every book I read in 2021 in 5 words or less. I don't really want to give too much of an intro because I feel like this is going to take a while. I am not the first person to come up with the idea of reviewing a book in 5 words or less, but I thought it would be fun to do, and it would be a fun challenge to see if I can even do it. We're just going to go in chronological order, starting in January and keep going through. I'm only going to be reviewing books I completed. I'm not going to be reviewing all my DNFs. I'm pre-filming this, so it is currently December 4th, so I'll probably cut in at the end of everything that I read in December, but I have a feeling this is going to take a while to edit. And I did not prepare for this at all. Some of these books I haven't thought about since I read them, so we're just winging it. We'll see how this goes. First one of the year, Eloquent Rage, a Black feminist discovers her superpower. Essay collection, don't remember much. The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. Finale, mother and daughter relationship. Too Much and Never Enough, How My Family Created the World's Most Dangerous Man by Mary L. Trump. Too long for the content. Yeah. 97 Orchard, An Edible History of 5 Immigrant Families in One New York Tenement by Jane Ziegelman. Subtitle is accurate, has recipes. In the Miso Soup by Ryu Murakami. Bizarre horror, wouldn't recommend. Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. Worth the Hype. Kokoro by Natsumi Soseki. Japanese classic, Elderly Hermit Protagonist. Hollow Kingdom by Kira Jane Buxton. Post-apocalyptic is technically hyphenated, right? Yeah. Post-apocalyptic, talking animals, bad pacing. The Hospital by Ahmed Bounani. Hallucinatory male dominant cast. When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. What's the word I'm looking for? Gentrification thriller, wild ending. Conditional Citizens on Belonging in America by Leila Leilami. Memoir-like, well-researched. The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. Succinct, engaging, at times unexpected. Bluebird Bluebird by Attica Locke. Police procedural, awkward romance, Texas. Oh, okay. Behold the Dreamers by Imbolo Imbuye. Immigration, complex characters, dynamic plot. The 12 Tribes of Hattie by Ayanna Mathis. Interconnected stories but felt unresolved. Forest of a Thousand Demons, A Hunter Saga by D.O. Fagunwa. Yoruban classic, repetitive plot. This isn't easy. Okay. Black Boy by Richard Wright. Black Man's Autobiography, Jim Crow. Invisible Planets, Contemporary Chinese Science Fiction in Translation by Ken Liu. These taglines are helping me sometimes. Short stories, diverse in themes. Miss I Sandwich by Mieko Kawakami. Child narrator, fascinated with woman. That sounds weird, but we're gonna go with that one. In the Beginning Was the Sea. Messy couple, dismal atmosphere. All right. Ring Shout by P. Djeli Clark. Fantastical, allegoric novella about race. Allegorical, allegoric. All Systems Red by Martha Wells. Sentient, sarcastic robot protecting humans. The Slave Yards by Najwa bin Shatwan. Dual Timeline, mother-daughter, underrated. Thanks to You by Maggie Blackbird. Chance Encounter, holiday romance novella. Black Futures by Kimberly Drew. Coffee Table Book, varied content. Heartbeat Braves by Pamela Sanderson. Light romance, Saving Community Center. Across the Green Grass Fields by Shannon McGuire. Intersex protagonists, horse girl vibes. A Promised Land by Barack Obama. Presidential memoir, could be shorter. The Animals by Richard Grossman. Poetry collection, biblical themes. Signs Preceding the End of the World by Yuri Herrera. Crossing the Border, sibling relationships. Ginny Moon by Benjamin Ludwig. Teenage autistic protagonist, adaptive environment. This one's really hard. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon McGuire. Murder mystery, portal fantasy novella. Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shannon McGuire. Nonsense World, characters on quest. Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shannon McGuire. Dark World, twin sisters, opposition. In an Absent Dream by Shannon McGuire. Friendship, nostalgia, sacrifice, losing childhood. Juice Like Wounds by Shannon McGuire. Side Quest of Absent Dream. All right. Come Tumbling Down by Shannon McGuire. Full cast, Quest Again, repetitive. Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk. I hated this, don't recommend. 12 Kings and Chakrai by Bradley P. Bolu. Fantasy Desert City, female protagonist. Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. Ooh. Sisters, Gods, Magic, plot twists. Luster by Raven Leilani. Millennial Woman intertwines into family. The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. Alaska, tragedy porn, fast-paced. The Color of Water, a black man's tribute to his white mother. Author's memoir, subtitle, says all. Girl, Woman, Other by Bernadine Evaristo. Interconnected stories with layered perspectives. Winter Counts by David Heska Wombley Wyden. Vigilante, protagonist, weird romance, mystery. The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. Erratic pacing, unresolved characters, disappointing. Okay, now we're getting into when I read or listened to a bunch of free books on Audible that were like short stories, like Amazon originals, so hopefully we can get through these ones pretty fast. Take the Lead by Jessica Simpson. White Rich Woman, Self-Help. Snowflakes by Ruth Ware. Creepy Dad, Isolation, meh. Randomized by Andy Weir. I'm over Andy Weir. The Summer House by Christiana Henriquez. Barely Remember. Second Chance Love? Simplexity by Kylie Reed. Disappointing after her debut. The Cleaners by Ken Liu. Fun concept, well executed. The Contractors by Lisa Ko. Explores globalization, wealth disparity. Yeah, no fifth word there. Graceful Burdens by Roxane Gay. Literally don't remember. At all. Treasure by Oyinkan Braithwaite. Exploration of social media emulation. Parsnips in Love by Porochista Kapoor. Parsnips go viral, everyone's reaction. Emergency Skin by N.K. Jemisin. Wish I remember this. Anonymous by Uzodinma Iwilie. Also don't remember this. The Best Girls by Minjin Lee. Explores intergenerational familial bonds. Boca Raton by Lauren Groff. Sorry guys, don't remember. Evidence of the Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Epistolary relationship between the betrayed. The Waiting Room by Nicole Gonzalez Van Cleve. Don't remember. A Grain of Wheat by Ngugi Wa Thiong. This one's hard. Character relations explored during uprising. The Making of Asian America, A History by Erica Lee. Title is accurate. Please read. The Far Field by Madhuri Vijay. Grief, War Consequences, Uneven Pace. This is Paradise Stories by Christiana Kakawila. Clashing of Culture and Tourism. Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. Suspenseful classic, A Character Exploration. The Pendragon Legend by Antel Serb. Bonkers Mystery at Gothic Mansion. Artificial Condition by Martha Wells. Exploration of Humanity via AIs. The Moccasin Maker by E. Pauline Johnson. Short stories, Indigenous experiences, colonialism. First They Killed My Father, A Daughter of Cambodia Remembers by Luong Ung. Memoir, Khmer Rouge, Difficult Childhood. Affinity by Sarah Waters. Dynamic female relationships, plot twist. Gutshot by Amelia Gray. Creepy, mundane, short stories. Nevada by Imogen Binney. Trans protagonist, life in upheaval. Love After the End, an anthology of two-spirit and indigiqueer speculative fiction edited by Joshua Whitehead. Varied stories, many explore colonization. Alatsaway by Darcy Little Badger. YA mystery, awkward dialogue. Leave the World Behind by Ruman Alam. Families clashing, weird shit happens. Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. Exploration of nuclear family dynamics. 3 scenarios in which Hana Sasaki Grows a Tail by Kelly Luce. Short stories, mundane yet not. The Fellowship of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. Soft male friendships on adventure. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. Quiet sci-fi that explores humanity. Yep. A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. Explores what makes someone human. The Push by Ashley Audrain. Thriller about potentially evil child. House of Salt and Sorrows by Aaron A. Craig. Dying Sisters. Daryl by Jackie S. Where do I want to go with this one? Straightforward plot, themes galore. Record of a Spaceborne Few by Becky Chambers. Humans First Space Colony Future. That one's not very good, but I'm going to keep moving. The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien. So hard to do these because I get why people call them all one book because I don't remember them like separately because the plot's all connected, but that's not the point. I'm not supposed to be talking about what it's about. Anyway, Fellowship Diverges, War Begins. Funny. The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers. What is the word I'm looking for? What is it when people hate other people for no reason? Because for no reason. That's how I interpret it. Because they don't like xenophobia. That's what it is. Okay. Explores xenophobia through alien species. Cultish, The Language of Fanaticism by Amanda Montell. Explores cultish parts of society. Learn My Lesson by Katie Robert. BDSM novella, Threesomes Everywhere. Rogue Protocol by Martha Wells. Murderbot explores past failures. Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Mystery horror isolated setting. Gachar Gochar by Vivek Shanbag. Poor family becomes rich dynamic. The Emissary by Yoko Tawada. Post-apocalyptic takes on too much. A Fist or a Heart by Kristen Eriksdottir. Elderly protagonist, strange fascinations. Exit Strategy by Martha Wells. Murderbot, finding its humanity. Oh man, y'all, we are in August right now. We're doing good. Emma by Jane Austen. Dynamic characters, a bit too long. A Worthy Opponent by Katie Robert. Marriage of Convenience, BDSM angsty. The Housekeeper and the Professor by Yoko Agawa. Charming relationships, mathematics galore. I'm like, how many different words can I use? Sin is a Puppy That Follows You Home by Balaraba Ramat Yakubu. Hassa Classic, full plot, stagnant. The Silence of the Girls by Pat Barker. Explores women as property, retelling. Flames by Robbie Arnott. Magical realism, loosely connected chapters. A Touch of Jen by Beth Morgan. Satirical millennials with social media. What the Chickadee Knows by Margaret Newton. Indigenous poetry, nature and history. The Break by Katharina Vermette. Intergenerational familial relationships surrounding trauma. The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. Man's Place in Capitalist Society. The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. Female protagonist, magic systems, scheming. Slade House by David Mitchell. Haunted House Takes Victims. Rabbit Island by Elvira Navarro. Strange short stories in translation. The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Fun fantasy full of conveniences. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. It was fine. Prince Caspian by C.S. Lewis. It got better. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader by C.S. Lewis. Eustace's Diary was my favorite. The Silver Chair by C.S. Lewis. Probably my favorite. The Horse and His Boy by C.S. Lewis. Aged Poorly. The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis. prequel. It was fine. The Last Battle by C.S. Lewis. Just no. The Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien. Charming conclusion to book. The Beast by Katie Roberts. BDSM, threesomes, sex. Brown Girl Brownstones by Polly Marshall. Emotional writing, coming of age. The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. Victorian exploration of relationships. The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Living Different Lives, not great. Johnny Appleseed by Joshua Whitehead. Explores gender, sexuality, indigenous identity. Human Acts by Han Kong. Interconnected Stories, a bit confusing. The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. Society in Upheaval, Lore Expansion. Genocidal Love, A Life After Residential School by Bevan Fox. Cyclic Trauma, Telling Not Showing. Okay, Post-Colonial Love Poem by Natalie Diaz. Sorry, I don't get it. Last Night in Nuuk by Niviak Corneliuson. Millennial Bonds, Bleary Atmosphere. Why Indigenous Literatures Matter by Daniel Heath Justice. Nonfiction, Further Cultural Exploration 2. Dead White Writer on the Floor by Drew Hayden Taylor. 2-act play, Colonization Impacts. Breeding Sweetgrass. Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teaching of Plants by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Exactly That, Nature Philosophy. Tracks by Louise Erdrich. Kinship, Bonds, Religion, Colonization, Allotments. Four Souls by Louise Erdrich. Capitalism, Alcoholism, Reservation and Beyond. Song of Luino, Song of a Coal. Colonization and Maintaining Your Culture. Make the Bear Be Nice by Stephen St. Francis Decky. Homeless Youth, Movie Theater. Short. Disability Visibility, First-Person Stories from the 21st Century, edited by Alice Wong. Diverse in range, enjoyable. The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. Magic System, Religious Elements, Finale. Severance by Ling Ma. Dystopian, Plague, Cultish, Fine. Hair Everywhere by Tia Tulik. Vignettes centering around cancer, grief. Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand. YA, horror, queer, plot holes. Detransition Baby by Tori Peters. Messy People, Bad Decisions, okay. Okay, and then my last one, My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. Dual timeline of sexual assault. That is the video. This was kind of fun to make, especially because I'm like the least succinct reviewer in the world. I can never get a video under 20 minutes. Convince me to read your favorite book of the year in 5 words or less. Okay, that's all I have. Until next time, happy reading.